Hello, everyone. I'm Anuja, and welcome back to the second episode of Pronunciation Pitfalls. We practice speaking English, pay attention towards grammar, but often end up in trouble when it comes to pronunciations. Well, I'm here to help you. So, today in our second episode, we are again going to see 10 words which we use in our daily life, but often end up mispronouncing them. And after those 10 words, there are some interesting facts that you're definitely going to love. So, without any delay, let's get started. So, our first word for the episode is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. You pronounce this initial as O. Okay, so you say it entrepreneur. What is the meaning of entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is a person who takes a risk to start a new business, right? So in a situation, you can use it like when you are talking about a friend who is starting a new business or who is just, starting a startup, or a famous person who has started so many startups. So that is the person called entrepreneur. Okay, in a sentence, you can use it like, it takes a lot of courage to be an entrepreneur in today's market. Why are we saying this? We're saying this because today's market is full of technology. Everybody has access to technology, the latest technology, the artificial intelligence. So basically, the market is so damn competitive. And to start a new business, to become an entrepreneur in today's market takes really a lot of courage. All right. So our second word for the episode is etiquette. You pronounce it as etiquette. Okay. Etiquette. That's called etiquette. When we were in school, we were often taught basic etiquettes: how to eat, how to talk. You should not spill your food while eating. You should shut your mouth while you are chewing food. Okay, you should not just open your mouth while you're chewing food, or when you are sneezing, you should cover your face with your hands. These are the basic etiquettes that we were taught. But are we following it really? We were also taught that we should not throw garbage on roads. We should search for a dustbin. Or if there is no dustbin, we should keep our garbage in our bag and just go home and throw it in your dustbin. So these are the basic etiquettes. But do we really practice these etiquettes? Do we really keep in mind? Do we really keep the garbage with us? And when we come back to home, do we really throw that garbage in our dustbins? Or are we just throwing them casually on the roads and polluting the city? So back to the topic. Etiquette. Etiquette means rules of how to behave politely, how to behave properly in a social gathering or in a social space or a professional setting, and not just social or professional setting, but in the same way you must behave at your home as well. All right. So you can use it in a situation where you are teaching kids how to eat, or you're teaching kids how to behave with others. You're teaching them table manners, basic table manners. So these are the etiquettes. These are called etiquettes. In a sentence, you can use it like, basic mobile etiquette says you should not talk loudly on the phone in a library. We all have seen many people who talk so damn loudly on phone, in metros, in library, in temples, in churches, where you're supposed to be, silent, where you're supposed to maintain silence. People talk on the phone very loudly. So that determines their etiquettes. That shows their etiquettes. So I hope you got the meaning. So basic mobile etiquette says you shouldn't talk loudly on the phone in a library, and etiquette means basic rules of how you behave, how you act in a professional or a social setting, and not just that, even at your home as well. All right. Our third word for the episode is hierarchy. 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 Okay. Hierarchy basically is how people are ranked. It basically means how people or things or organizations are ranked. For example, if you talk about India, when we talk about a political scenario, then firstly there's the central government, then there is state government, then there are this local governments, right? Okay. In a company, when you see boss, manager, then you have employees. So this is a hierarchy that is there. When we talk about judicial system in our country, there's the Supreme Court at the top, then there are high courts in the states, and then there are district courts. So basically it's the ranking system. Okay. So you can use it in a situation where you're explaining how your office or a government department is organized. All right. Now, how to use in a sentence? There is a very clear hierarchy in the army. Or you can use it like, you must follow your senior's orders. So when you talk about army, there is a very clear hierarchy. There are people, there are officials who are ranked high. Then there are other army people. So there is a clear hierarchy in army. And a junior, the one who is junior in the hierarchy, the one who is, of a lesser rank in the hierarchy, has to follow the senior's orders. These are the basic rules. All right. So hierarchy basically means how people are ranked, the ranking system. Okay. For example, in your school as well, there was a principal, then the teachers and the students. So there was this hierarchy. All right. Our fourth word is lieutenant or lieutenant, both ways. When you talk about lieutenant, when you pronounce F also, then that's the pronunciations attributed to UK and India. And when it comes to American pronunciation, that's lieutenant as well. All right. So lieutenant is UK and Indian pronunciations, and lieutenant is the American pronunciation. So who is a lieutenant? Lieutenant is a specific rank in the police or military. It's a specific rank. You must have heard about, so many people who use this title lieutenant so and so. So like that. In what is the situation? Watching a movie or reading news about the army. It might be possible that any article about the army people uses this word lieutenant. The sentence can be, the lieutenant led his team through the forest during the drill. So lieutenant is basically a person. Just like entrepreneur is a person, lieutenant is also a person. Or you can say lieutenant as well. The fifth word for the episode is mischievous. 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 One thing to remember is there are only 3 syllables in this word. You don't say it as mischievous. You don't say it like that. Okay? You say it as mischievous. Mischievous. Who is a mischievous person? Okay? So you can see this kid over here. So when you're seeing this kid, what you're feeling? He can be playfully annoying, right? He is like, he may be troubling to other kids. What you can just infer from this image. Basically, it's all based on your imagination. So mischievous is a person who is playfully annoying or causing slight trouble to people. They gain happiness from this. So when they cause this slight trouble to people, they gain happiness. So those people are called mischievous. It is a trait. It is a personality trait when you talk about mischievous. Okay. When you're describing a naughty kid or a pet who hid your keys, you will be basically using this word. That kid is very mischievous. He just troubles other kids. Okay, so this is how you can use it. Sentence, that mischievous little boy drew all over the living room walls. You must have seen kids, they just paint on walls. They just, just draw these walls with pencils. So this sentence is telling those children as mischievous. That mischievous little boy drew all over the living room walls. उस बच्चे ने जो कि mischievous है, उसने सारे पूरी walls पर pencil को चला दिया, pencil से draw कर दिया. All right. Our sixth word for the episode is niche. It is spelled as Niche, Niche, and it is pronounced as niche. So niche is basically a specific corner or interest that you are good at. For example, you're good at textile designing, and you want to build a career into that. So that means that is your niche, okay? So you can use it in a situation where you want to talk about your career or a specific YouTube channel topic. For example, there are so many YouTube channels related to cooking, related to talking about English language, or talking about other languages. So these are the specific niche, okay? All right. In a sentence, you can use it like, she really found her niche by making videos specifically for English learners. So this sentence is talking about a person who loves to make videos, who is really expert at it. So basically, this sentence indicates that she found her niche. So niche is basically any topic that interests you. So this is all about niche. Now, when we talk about any language or English language specifically, so everybody has their niche. While learning any language, we face several problems. Somebody wants to specialize in pronunciations. Somebody wants to specialize in grammar. So everybody has their specific niche. हर किसी का अपना एक niche होता है. हर किसी का अपना एक area of interest होता है. और इसी personalized attention के लिए, I have a great solution for you. Just search EnglishLearners.in and you will get your personalized tutors for everything from pronunciations to grammar to personalized one-on-one sessions just on your fingertips. You may also go for a 30 days group course where you'll get a bunch of perks. So quickly book your free trial at just ₹49. Link is in the description. So let's come back to the video. Our seventh word for the episode is paradigm. It is pronounced as paradigm. G is silent over here. So Paradigm, paradigm. What is paradigm? A typical example or a way of looking at things. We'll understand it even more when a big change happens, like in technology or thinking, like AI. Okay, you can use this word in a situation where you are experiencing a rapid shift. For example, when we talk about schools, traditional schools used to exist. Now they have smart boards there where children can watch poems, where children can watch stories on those smart boards. So technology has changed the way of education, right? So that's called a shift in the approach. So that is the situation in which you can use this word paradigm. Sentence, work from home has created a new paradigm in the corporate world. Work from home has created a new shift or a new paradigm in the corporate world. Just like that. Okay, when you talk about work from home, this culture really got attention during the COVID period, right? During the COVID period, everybody was working from home. And so after COVID ended, or we can say minimized, people preferred working from home. So it basically created a new paradigm in the corporate world. Now people are, now most of the people are working from home. And it is also cheaper for the companies because they don't have to, spend for the offices, for the electricity and all of that. Okay, so paradigm basically refers to a rapid shift, a shift or a way of looking at things. For example, in the invent of technology, especially mobile phones, has created a new paradigm when it comes to learning things, when it comes to education. All right. Our eighth word for the episode is almond. Almond. Well, it's the wrong pronunciation. You must have heard so many people saying almond. It's wrong. It's called almond. Almond. The L is silent over here. Explanation is, we all know what is almond. Well, let's see the explanation as well, how we can explain almond. A type of oval nut that grows in a woody shell. These are almonds. Famous for being a healthy snack or used in milk and desserts, right? So basically, we all know what are almonds, badam, basically. So when you're buying groceries or discussing healthy eating habits with a friend, for example, almonds sharpen your memories, right? Or you can also prefer almond cookies. They are very tasty. Okay, I like to add a handful of soaked almonds to my breakfast every morning. This is a very healthy habit because that eventually makes your mind sharper. So yeah, almonds contribute to your health in a much more perfect way. So almonds are great for memory. All right. Our ninth word for the session is venue. You must have seen this word in invitations. Okay. So wherein that the venue is mentioned, where is, for example, where is the wedding going to take place? So that's called the venue. The place where an event like wedding, concert, meeting happens. Okay. Situation, planning a party or looking for a place for a seminar. For example, you're planning a party, then you have to inform your friends, your family that where that party is going to be, held. So then that is the situation where you will use this word venue. We are still looking for a perfect venue for my sister's wedding. Venue is basically a location or a place, right? So basically, venue means this. Venue basically refers to a location where an event is going to take place, or a place, something like that. Then there's the 10th word, the last word for the session, and that's Wednesday. Wednesday. Well, you don't pronounce it like that. It's simply Wednesday. You don't pronounce it, this part you don't pronounce, okay? It's simply Wednesday. Wednesday. You don't pronounce D. You don't pronounce E. It's simply Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. Now, we all know what's Wednesday. That's the day after Tuesday. And how you can use it. Let's catch up this Wednesday for coffee. For example, you have some plans on Tuesday, so you just can't go for a coffee on Tuesday. So you can just simply say, let's catch up this Wednesday for coffee. All right. Now, as I promised you before, I'll be telling you 3 bonus interesting facts that you're really going to enjoy. All right. Let's come to the first one. So, half brother versus step brother. Do you know the difference between these 2 words? Let's see. Half brother is a person with whom you share one biological parent. So in some way you are related by blood. But step brother is a person with whom you share 0 biological parents. You are only related because your parents got married to each other. So basically, when somebody is your step brother, there is no blood relation between you and that person. Okay, I'll explain with you with an example. There is this person called Raj, and he has a half brother whose name is, let's say, Ishan. So Raj had a father called, let's say F1. He had a father F1 and he had a mom M1. All right. But after some time, this F1 married to a female called M2. And these both had a child named Ishan. So Ishan and Raj have same father, but they have different mothers. Raj has M1 and Ishan has M2. So these are half brothers because they share one biological parent. All right. Now let's understand what is step brother, how it is different from half brother. Okay. Now let's take another example. Let's say there is a girl called, she is, let's say, Lara, and the another girl is Lily. Okay. Now Lara has father F1 and mother M1, and Lily has father F2 and mother M2. After some time, what has happened that the father F1 leaves M1 and marries M2. So they both get married. But before their marriage itself, both Lara and Lily were born. So Lara and Lily don't share any, biological relationship. They are not sisters by blood. No, they are totally distinct. Okay, they do not have any blood relation. So that is why they will be called step sisters. They will be called step sisters. Okay, when you have zero biological parents. I hope you understood. Next, we move to a Gen Z word. Okay, now we will see two Gen Z words. First one is delulu. So this is a very common Gen Z term. So basically it's short for delusion. Delusion, when you are just living in your own world, that's called delusion. So it's used when someone has unrealistic hopes or is over imagining a situation, let's say usually about a crush or a dream. So when they are just over imagining this situation, when they are living in this delusion, for example, you must have come across people who live in this delusion that they are very intelligent. So they talk like that. Basically, they over talk like that. So we can say they are living in a Delulu land. Okay? Delulu land, or you can say they are living in a Delulu world. That's how you use this word. Basically, it means sapno ki duniya mein rehna, and the usage is, I think my crush likes me because he looked at me for 1 second. Seriously, when a person just looks at you for just a second, how can you say that he likes you or she likes you? So that's basically living in Delulu. Okay, so for example, your friend said, I think my crush likes me because he looked at me for 1 second. And you responded to him or her, basically, you responded to her, girl, you are being totally delulu. That means you're totally being delusional. Okay, when nobody likes a person just for, just when they look for a second. No, that's not possible. Okay, the next Gen Z term is cap, no cap. So these are both opposites. Okay, these are both what? These are both opposites. So cap, no cap. Cap means a lie. Cap means a lie. For example, when you're saying something and you're telling the other person, I'm not lying, you can simply say no cap. Okay? No cap means I'm not lying. Cap means to lie. No cap means no lie. Okay? Simple. So basically, easy explanation is झूठ cap मतलब झूठ बोलना और no cap मतलब सच में. For example, you can use it like, I just met Virat Kohli at the airport, no cap. And okay, so somebody is telling the other person, I met Virat Kohli at the airport and I'm not lying, no cap. So that is how you can use this term. So that's it for today's video. If you gained something, like this and don't forget to practice these words in the comment section below. And do not forget to book your free trial now. See you in the next episode. Till then, bye-bye.